Periva Sharanam. Today we are going to learn the 11th sloka of Soundarya Lahari. This sloka has various patabedams, but we are going to go by the general accepted model.
Chaturbhih Shri Kanthaihi Chaturbhih Shri Kanthaihi Chaturbhih Shri Kanthaihi Shiva Yuvatibhih Panchabhirapi Shiva Yuvatibhih Panchabhirapi Shiva Yuvatibhih Panchabhirapi Prabhinnabhih Shambhoho Prabhinnabhih Shambhoho Prabhinnabhih Shambhoho Navabhirapi Moola Prakritibhih Navabhirapi Moola Prakritibhih Navabhirapi Moola Prakritibhih Chatushchatvarimshat 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 Vasudala Kalashratrivalaya Vasudala Kalashratrivalaya Vasudala Kalashratrivalaya Trirekhabhisardham 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 Tava sharanakonaha parinataha Tava sharanakonaha parinataha Tava sharanakonaha parinataha Chaturbhih Shri Kanthaihi Shiva Yuvatibhih Panchabhirapi Chaturbhih Shri Kanthaihi Shiva Yuvatibhih Panchabhirapi Chaturbhih Shri Kanthaihi Shiva Yuvatibhih Panchabhirapi Prabhinnabhih Shambhoho Navabhirapi Moola Prakritibhih Prabhinnabhih Shambhoho Navabhirapi Moola Prakritibhih Prabhinnabhih Shambhoho Navabhirapi Moola Prakritibhih Chatushchatvarimshat Vasudala Kalashratrivalaya Chatushchatvarimshat Vasudala Kalashratrivalaya Chatushchatvarimshat Vasudala Kalashratrivalaya Trirekhabhisardham Tava sharanakonaha parinataha Trirekhabhisardham Tava sharanakonaha parinataha Trirekhabhisardham Tava sharanakonaha parinataha Chaturbhih Shri Kanthaihi Shiva Yuvatibhih Panchabhirapi Prabhinnabhih Shambhoho Navabhirapi Moola Prakritibhih Chaturbhih Shri Kanthaihi Shiva Yuvatibhih Panchabhirapi Prabhinnabhih Shambhoho Navabhirapi Moola Prakritibhih Chaturbhih Shri Kanthaihi Shiva Yuvatibhih Panchabhirapi Prabhinnabhih Shambhoho Navabhirapi Moola Prakritibhih Chatushchatvarimshat Vasudala Kalashratrivalaya Trirekhabhisardham तव शरणकोणाः परिणताः चतुश्चत्वारिंशत् वसुदलकलाश्रत्रिवलय त्रिरेखाभिः सार्धम् तव शरणकोणाः परिणताः चतुश्चत्वारिंशत् वसुदलकलाश्रत्रिवलय त्रिरेखाभिः सार्धम् तव शरणकोणाः परिणताः चतुर्भिः श्रीकण्ठैः शिवयुवतिभिः पञ्चभिरपि प्रभिन्नाभिः शम्भोः नवभिरपि मूलप्रकृतिभिः चतुश्चत्वारिंशत् वसुदलकलाश्रत्रिवलय त्रिरेखाभिः सार्धम् तव शरणकोणाः परिणताः
चतुर्भिः श्रीकण्ठैः शिवयुवतिभिः पञ्चभिरपि प्रभिन्नाभिः शम्भोः नवभिरपि मूलप्रकृतिभिः चतुश्चत्वारिंशत् वसुदलकलाश्रत्रिवलय त्रिरेखाभिः सार्धम् तव शरणकोणाः परिणताः चतुर्भिः श्रीकण्ठैः शिवयुवतिभिः पञ्चभिरपि प्रभिन्नाभिः शम्भोः नवभिरपि मूलप्रकृतिभिः चतुश्चत्वारिंशत् वसुदलकलाश्रत्रिवलय त्रिरेखाभिः सार्धम् तव शरणकोणाः परिणताः. Before we go into learning the meaning of the shloka, we have to note down certain points to remember about the pronunciation when we are doing the chanting. Here in the whole shloka, there is the fourth bha that is being used, like chaturbhihi, shiva yuvatibhihi. Acharya, with a lot of mercy, here has not mixed the third bha and the fourth bha so that we don't get confused. So it is easy for us to pronounce this whole shloka with the fourth bha only. Second is, in the second line, there may be some text which goes like prabhinnabhihi shambhor navabhirapi moola prakritibihi. Here we are splitting the line shambhoho and navabhirapi instead of shambhor navabhirapi. It is not wrong to split here because there is no loss of meaning. So we are splitting it here, and it might be different in the text that you have. Shambhor navabhirapi is split as shambhoho navabhirapi, and the ir is lost. In the third line, chatushchatvarimshat. Some people have the practice of pronouncing it as chatuchatvarimshat, but there is a ish there. So, while pronouncing it, we have to pronounce it as chatushchatvarimshat. One more thing that is to be noted in this word is, in some text it is given as chatushchatvarimshad. The third the is used. But because we are splitting here, we are using the first tha, that is chatushchatvarimshat. Then goes Vasudala Kalashrat Trivalaya. These are some of the Sandhi rules, and we have split the words accordingly. Again, in the fourth line, there is the word Sardham. We generally confuse this word with another word, Shraddham. These two are two different words, and while we do the Parayanam, we have to mindfully pronounce it as Sardham and not Shraddham. With these small and very important points and corrections, let us go into the learning of the shlokas meaning word by word. In the last two shlokas, we saw that Acharya was describing about a very difficult and powerful yogic science called as the Kundalini Yoga. Here in this shloka, that is the 11th shloka, he explains about the Sri Yantram or Sri Chakram. Most of us would have heard about this Sri Chakram or Sri Yantram. In this matter of the yantra, it is important to know what our Periva has told about it. He has said that all these things pertaining to yantram should not be pursued by the people for just academic interest or for just as a pastime like reading a storybook. It should be learnt and understood only through a proper guru. Even if you are learning that, it should be kept as a very, very protected secret, and it should be practiced in great secrecy. Now, people may think why Periyava has told about it if it has to be kept very secretly. He says or answers to this in his discourse itself. He says that in the course of saying about a lot of things, I should not leave touching this subject. That is why Periva says he is touching about Sri Chakra also, though it should be kept very secretly. The matters about it should not be explicitly told. He says this is not at all a very light topic and has a lot of deep meanings to it, and it is a very, very heavy subject, especially the subjects like Kundalini Yogam as well as Sri Chakram. Nowadays, we see that this Sri Chakram or Sri Yantram has become some of the common things that are being sold in some of the religious shops, those which sell some of the religious items. Not only that, even general shops are having just like stickers or pictures, or even in some shops it is in the form of a small yantra which can be bought by anyone and can be kept in the house. This is because people have interpreted the word Sri in this yantra as something denoting to Mahalakshmi or wealth, and they think that by keeping this yantra at home, they can attract a lot of wealth. This yantra is being promoted or marketed in this way to many people. But the actual truth is that this yantra does not belong to Mahalakshmi. So if you are doing upasana with this yantra, doesn't mean that you are doing Mahalakshmi upasana. Here, the Sri means Nitya Sri or Mangalam, that is always there, is always present. Mangalam means prosperity. The prosperity that is always present. So the Sri Yantra is the yantra for Maha Tripura Sundari. Some people may wonder, generally we say Sri denotes Mahalakshmi. This word denotes also Mahalakshmi. But here, this word is used as an adjective, like denoting something which is very respectable, very, very highly regarded, very important. That is why it is called as Sri Yantram. In this context, we can also understand it with another example. Generally, the Tripura Sundari Vidya is called as Sri Vidya. So, if we say Sri Vidya, does it mean that it denotes the Upasana of Mahalakshmi? Lalita Mahatripura Sundari is inclusive of all the Swarupas of Ambal, whether it is Mahalakshmi or Saraswati or any other Durga or etc. But here it means Upasana of Mahatripura Sundari. The same way, Sri Yantra is the Yantra or Chakra or the Vasasthana of Mahatripura Sundari, or in other words, it is the place where Ambal resides. Actually, it is seen as a matter of pride for all Shakti Upasakas because for other yantras that are being used for the Upasana of other Devatas, example, Meda Dakshinamurti Yantra or Sudarshana Yantra, we have to say specifically which god it belongs to. But in the case of Ambal's Yantra, if we just say Sri Yantram without any description or any adjective or specifically saying any name, if we just say Sri Yantra, it means the Yantra that belongs to Ambal or Mahatripura Sundari. If we just say Sri Yantra without any particular reference to any Devata Murti or giving any particular adjective to it, etc., if we just say Sri Yantram, it means the Yantram that belongs to Mahatripura Sundari, and this is because it is the most supreme Yantram of all the Yantras that is being available today. It is also worthy to note here that anything pertaining to Ambal, like Sri Yantram or her Upasana is called Sri Vidya, her place of residence is called Sri Nagaram or Sri Puram. All these things pertain to the Sri Mata, who is the Nitya Sri. Even in Lalita Sahasranamam, it starts with the word Sri Mata. So, this has to be remembered in the first place. Second, the Sri Yantram is not something that you go and buy from the shops and keep it at your house so that you get some wealth or whatever you want. It has to be got through the Guru, who gives you the blessing of Upasana, and along with that Upasana, it is provided by the Guru, because there are a lot of restrictions as to what you can do and what you should not do, and there are a lot of rules pertaining to the worship of Sri Yantra, which has to be provided by the Guru only. You cannot learn it by yourself, because only an experienced Guru knows what should be done and what should not be done, and it has to be given to you by the Guru only. So people should remember that this yantra is not like any other typical Devata Murti photo that we usually have at our home to worship. Lot of caution has to be exercised when this yantra is to be kept in your puja griham and worshipped. So Periva gives a very clear caution in the usage of the Sri Yantra, and if proper procedures are not followed, sometimes it can actually give you negative results rather than the positive ones that you expected. So it should not be considered very lightly. Now when we go into this particular shloka, it describes about the Sri Yantra, that is the structure of Sri Yantra. To get a good understanding of what the shloka is describing, we will see a brief description of what this Sri Chakra is at first. This Sri Chakra has 6 avarnas or praharas, or we can say it as layers when we go from outside to inside. In those 6 avarnas, we can see small triangles, and the total of all these triangles is 44. Generally, you can see as small triangles of various sizes. The total of all these triangles is 44. When we see how these 44 triangles of various sizes are formed, we can see that there is underlying big triangles which go across each other and form these 44 small triangles. So these big triangles are 9 in number. These 9 big triangles are placed in such a position that when they crisscross each other, they create these 44 small and big triangles. This is a very basic structure of this chakra. It might seem very simple, just 9 triangles being placed in such a position that 44 triangles are formed. But it is not at all simple, and it is very difficult to understand this if we have to do it very properly. This is being given only for a brief understanding of us before we go into what Acharya is telling about the Sri Chakra. In those 9 triangles, 5 triangles are called as Shakti Chakram and 4 triangles are called Shiva Chakram. So 5 belong to Shakti and 4 belong to Shiva. So when 5 Shakti Chakra and 4 Shiva Chakras crisscross each other, 44 other triangles are formed. What is the Moola Tatparyam here is the Shiva Shakti Aikya Swarupam. This is the real understanding that we have to have when we see a Sri Chakra. It shows the togetherness of Shiva and Shakti, or the Advaita Tattvam of the 2 great powers. The 5 Shakti Chakras and the 4 Shiva Chakras intertwine each other or intersect each other and make 44 Trikonas, and after that there are Padmadalas, that is lotus petals, squares, circles, and all these are explained in this shloka. Now we will go to the word by word meaning of the shloka. The first line is Chaturbhihi Sri Kantaihi Shiva Yuvatibhihi Panchabhirapi. Here the first word Chaturbhihi, it denotes number 4. So 4 numbers. The next word is Sri Kantaihi. Sri Kantan or Lord Parameshwara. Why is he called Sri Kantan? It is because he swallowed the Alahala Visham, that is the poison that came out when the Devas and Asuras were churning the milky ocean or Parkadal, and the poison came out and he had it. That also was stopped without any effect by Ambal only. It was stopped there by Ambal in his throat, and that is why he is called Sri Kantan. So Chaturbhihi Sri Kantaihi means 4 of Sri Kantan, 4 of Parameshwaras, Shiva Yuvati Bhihi Panchabhihi Api. Here Pancha means we understand it is 5. Shiva Yuvati, Shiva's Yuvati or Shakti. So 5 of Shakti. 4 that belongs to Sri Kantan or Parameshwaran, and 5 that belongs to Shiva's Yuvati or Shiva's wife, which is Shakti. Prabhinnabhihi Shambhoho Navabhirapi Moola Prakritibihi. Prabhinnabhi, the first word. In this, Binnam is a very common word that we would have heard, which means it is broken. Prabhinnabhi means separated or different. Different from what? Shambhoho. Shambhoho is Parameshwara, Shambhu. What is different from Shiva? The 5 chakras that was told earlier in the first line. Shiva Yuvati Bihi Panchabhirapi. So the 5 chakras that are belonging to Shakti, which is different from Shiva. So it is a continuation of the first line that Acharya is giving here. So the 4 chakras belong to Sri Kantan or Parameshwara, and the other 5 chakras are Shakti chakras, which are different from or unique from Shiva chakras. The next word is Navabhirapi Moola Prakriti Bihi. Navabhirapi can be split as Navabhihi Api. So Nava is 9, we know that. So 9 chakras. The 4 Shiva chakras and the 5 Shakti chakras, which are different or unique from the Shiva chakras, are the 9 chakras that Acharya is mentioning here. What about these? Moola Prakriti Bihi. These 9 chakras are the Moola Prakriti Bihi. Moola is the source or the basic underlying Vastu. So, Moola Prakriti Bihi. Prakriti is our universe, our world, Prapancham, etc. Moola Prakriti Bihi is the source material of this universe or Prapancham. Acharya says, these 9 chakras or Vastus are the source material of the universe, the basic structural material of this Prapancha. Metaphorically, the meaning of this can be different and we need not worry about it now here. What we have to basically understand is that the 5 Shakti chakras and the 4 Shiva chakras are the basic or the source material of this whole Prapancha. The next line is Chatushchatvarimsat Vasudala Kalashrat Trivalaya. Chatushchatvarimshat is 44. Vasudala. Vasu is, generally we say Ashtavasus, which means 8. So it denotes the number 8. Vasu Dala. Dala is petal. So we can assume it to be a lotus petal. So 8 lotus petals. Then Kalashra. Kala is 16. Generally when we refer to the phases of moon, we say it is Chandra Kala, Kalai, etc. So here Kala refers to 16. Kalashra or 16-edged lotus petal. So there are 8 lotus petal, then 16 lotus petals. Trivalaya. 3 is 3. So the English language 3 must have come from our Sanskrit 3 only. 3 Valaya. Valaya is a ring or a circle. In Tamil also we say a circle as Valayam only. So this Valaya means circle. So 3 circles. Now we will go to the next line. Trirekhabihi Sardham. Trirekha is same, 3 is 3, number 3. Rekha is line, straight lines we should say, Rekha. Sardham, all these things are there. The Sri Chakra is comprised of all these things, Sardham, along with all these things. What all these things? How it is constructed? That is what is given in the first 3 lines. That is, there are 9 big triangles. In that, 4 triangles belong to Shiva and 5 triangles belong to Shakti. And when they are crisscrossing each other, as I told earlier, they are forming 44 triangles. After that, there is a 8-petaled lotus. After that, a 16-petal lotus. Then 3 rings. Then later on, finally, there are 3 lines. Sardham. It is made up of all these things. Which one? Acharya addresses Ambal and says, Tava Sharana Konaha Parinataha. Tava means your. Sharana Konaha, the angles. Konam means the angles of your abode, the place where you reside. Sharana Konaha Parinataha. All these things are comprised. Acharya here gives the construction of the whole Sri Chakra, what it is comprised of, how many triangles are there, how many lines are there, how many circles are there, how many layers of petals are there, one layer with 8 petals, one layer with 16 petals, and this is the Vasasthala of Ambal, and it is comprised of all these things. This is the brief explanation, and we will be able to give only this much to the general public, because a lot of other explanations which pertain to Shakti Upasana cannot be said in the space where we are explaining it to everyone. It has to be understood only from a proper Guru. With this, we are going to finish this explanation. It is enough if we think that this shloka is pertaining to the Sri Chakra Yantra or Sri Yantra of Ambal, and that is the Vasasthalam of Ambal. Periva Sharanam.